Great. What is it? We should be live. Perfect. We're going to play the intro, but this is a good way to start. Let everybody know we're lightening up quickly.
There we go. Dave.
David.
David Collins.
David Collins. David Collins.
David Collins.
David Collins.
You're listening to 30-minute half hour
I hope you guys have checked out David Collins' 30-minute half hour podcast.
featuring great guests like Andy Fiore, Katie Burke, and Cardiff Electric.
Never heard of these guys.
Hey, Joey, relax.
He's either hilarious or hates me.
Oh, well, I appreciate you, by the way, man. Thank you for watching it with you and your mother. I hope I was able to make you guys laugh a little bit in a hospital setting. I know that
Certainly, and it's not
sometimes.
often that she gets to smile anymore, so it's great that she had that opportunity with your special.
Means a lot, dude, so thank you.
Oh, this is the best podcast I've ever been on. This was the most fun.
Wow, what a compliment.
Yo, thanks for keeping this guy going and kicking ass and taking names. I don't know if I can swear on this, so I'm sorry if I messed that up, but dude...
Well, we try to keep it a family show, but as you could see by that opening segment, we're getting a little edgier than we're used to, but our audience seems to be enjoying it.
This was tremendous. Thank you for having me, I guess.
I just want to say this is probably the best day of my life, Dave. I had a really great time.
This was a
That's
great time.
We'll have to have you back in the future. You've done such a good job in those games. Do you know Austin Ingalls?
I love Austin.
He did a great job on these games, and we're looking to have him back.
Well, I just want to say thank you for inviting me on. It was really great to be a part of the show. I hope you get Jerry back. I hope that they find him, and I wish you and your viewers the best.
Hi there. I'm calling to leave a voicemail for David Collins.
First-time caller, long-time listener.
Hi, David. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Good morning. This voicemail is for David Collins. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Big up, David!
Hey, Dave. First-time caller.
Hey, David. This is Dan McCullough calling in.
Hey, David. Real glad to hear you on the air again.
Hi, David. This is Deborah, a longtime listener of your show.
David Collins, longtime caller, first-time listener. I love the show.
That's perfect. Everybody listening? Everybody listening? Perfect. Everybody listening? Perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? And that's perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? What a great episode. That's perfect. Everybody listening? I've been David Collins, and you've been David Collins, and you've been David Collins, and you've been the best.
You're listening to David Collins' 30-minute half-hour podcast.
That is great radio.
Starring David Collins.
I've been known as a bit of a hot interviewer, and I need to confront you on something here.
You've seen him on KMKF or 30-minute half-hour show.
This dog's out of control.
With his very own podcast featuring the best comedians and broadcasters from all over this great country of ours.
No idea how much Robert Wallace really had him.
Also a large fan of
Calm down.
Now here's your host, David Collins.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Drive Time David Collins. It's February 26th. And what a great day. We have Troy Rigdon and Matt Ferry here. Troy, how are you?
Fabulous.
Be honest.
Fabulous.
Troy's a little suspect today, but, I'm being accused of that too, so who really knows? Maybe we're all a little on edge. But that's okay. This grocery store experiment we talked a little about last week, I'm on track there. I got my grocery store position lined up, so we're going to get that experiment going.
Oh, there we go.
When are you going to start working at a grocery store? That'd be fun.
I tried to apply at Hy-Vee a bunch of times. I never got accepted, though. Never got hired when I was a kid.
Well, they say they call Hy-Vee the #1 grocery store. Did you hear that?
I did not.
I was in there the other day. I never realized how many TVs there are in there.
They have a lot of TVs.
Check it next time you're in a maybe that's happening at Walmart too. But next time you're at a Hy-Vee specifically, just look around how many TVs are hanging from the ceiling. Dozens and dozens of TVs. Everywhere in the building. I had no idea. I was standing in it. I forgot what I was doing. I was waiting in line or something, and then I was looking around.
I remember a couple months ago I went to the Hy-Vee Chinese. I was in line and there's just a big Caitlin Clark cutout just standing there looking at people in line. It was kind of funny.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. Just this towering 8-foot tall Caitlin Clark just watching me order food.
Is that how tall she is?
We should get one of these in here. Yeah, that's true. I bet the Caitlin Clark one's exaggerated. Meanwhile, I was next to a Dwayne The Rock Johnson cutout recently. He was small. It was a small size. They didn't make it average. They didn't make it actual size. Just kind of hurt the promotion, if you ask me.
Well, he's only 5'2" in real life.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, then it was larger, but his head was small.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like, can you palm it?
It was weird proportions. I had bigger arms than him. All right, Rogue is chewing. All right, that's all right. The dog is in studio here too. Unfortunately, he does not have a mic. Is it he?
Yeah, he identifies as a he now.
His name's Rogue, but that can go any direction, I think. I think that's a real one of those LGBT names, Rogue.
Yeah. It's like an X-Men.
I've heard that. Anyway, good morning,
X-them
everybody. Happy
and
Wednesday
X-them.
here. We have a lot on the show today. I just wrote down Amish comedian. We had an Amish comedian I found that I wanted to talk about a little later in the show here. We have some water cooler talk we want to get into pretty quickly. We have a new we found somebody else who does some water cooler talk too. So we wanted to play a little of their water cooler sketch. It's pretty timely. Troy.
What's up?
How you feeling this morning? Isn't it nice that the sun comes up so early now? We can see a beautiful sunrise when we kind of get in here. We don't have to wait till another hour. It's only 7:35 a.m. Eastern.
Fabulous.
How are you feeling?
I don't know. If you ask me 4 more times, I might tell you.
Okay. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Awesome.
Oh. You know, I watched...
The mic stand set up nice for you.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear you pretty well now.
Good.
The Music Man takes place in Rapid City, Iowa. And they say, oh, we got trouble in Rapid City. And it reminds me of Troy. You ever think about being a salesman?
I used to be.
What'd you sell?
Weed.
Oh. What's the marketing like in that? Do you have to sell the product a lot, or do you just have people... It's a lot about retention, I suppose, in that business.
Yeah, the game ain't what it used to be.
Well, Troy Rigdon, everybody. We're going to get started, and I knew exactly how this was going to go this morning. We want to talk a little about last Wednesday, too. Of course, we had Troy Rigdon on Drive Time David Collins, then he joined us for our Kelly Brink interviews, Post 4 Productions, and David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show last Wednesday. And we have a bit of a story we want to get into there, but I thought that we might be a little slow this morning, and I wanted to make sure that everybody was in a good mood, so I prepared a couple of grocery store fights to turn Troy's attitude around this morning. What do you think about that, Troy? Now, one of these takes place in a Walmart, and one of these, I'm not sure, but it's in front of the deli section.
Oh, boy.
Those sound pretty good, right?
What's up with the camera?
Which camera?
Yours.
What do you mean?
Like shaking a bunch.
Oh, because I'm shaking the table.
Why are you shaking the table?
I don't know. But we're moving on. We're going to pull up this here. It's not that vital, I don't think. It's
in the
okay.
chat.
Are you worried there's an earthquake?
I can feel it. No, somebody in the chat, Tiger Lily, said the DC cam is wobbling a bit.
Oh, I apologize then. The chatter's out there. Well, good morning, chatters, anybody. The Discord is open. If anybody wants to call in this morning, keep an eye on that Discord. I did get a warning. We might get a couple of calls in. I'm hoping to hear from Dan McCullough this morning.
Oh, nice.
I spent some time with Dan McCullough this weekend, which is always pleasant. I don't get to see him too often anymore these days, it feels like, but that was very nice. Anyway, Troy Rigdon. That was the water cooler talk. I know. We're getting there. I know you're looking forward to the water cooler talk. We also have a Luigi Mangione update, which not a lot of people are really following right now, so we thought I'd give that little update here from his lawyer, particularly. And you know what's interesting? Luigi Mangione's lawyer, not a lot of people might know this, her husband, it's a woman, Luigi Mangione's lawyer, her husband, as of until just the last few days, was the one representing P. Diddy.
Oh, yeah,
but he recently had to drop that. He said, I'm no longer going to be representing Diddy. It was out of, he didn't feel like he was able to handle it or something. I'm not sure what the situation was. I'm not following that as much. But that's what's going on. So that's kind of a fun fact. The woman handling Luigi Mangioni's case is married to the person that was just handling Diddy's case. Did you know that, Troy?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I thought it was a fun fact not a lot of people might know. Anyway.
You think they're connected then?
No. No, I just think, that's how lawyers operate. It always seems to be that way. They always know each other. They're always married to each other. This lawyer represented somebody else in the past. It's like there's 6 lawyers in this country that get any real work.
And Jews of a feather flock together.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get a closer look at that woman here once we get to that scene. But this, of course, is how we wanted to get started. This is a quick 2 men fighting in a grocery store. Now, we're looking at a smaller gentleman, a black man wearing an orange shirt. He looks like maybe he's probably a laborman of some sort. But he's probably working still. Versus a white man in a rascal scooter. Now, the white man probably walks, but he does have a cane on that rascal scooter. So we're going to see where this goes here. A grocery store fight to start the morning.
Oh.
There we go. Good jab. So the white man goes first. He pushes onto the guy's throat. Not a good opener. And then takes a quick jab to the face. Jab to the face. What do you think about that, Troy?
Terrible opening move from the old fat guy.
I agree. Hey, you know what I like though? I don't even think the rascal scooter has anything to play here. That jab is scary. I wouldn't want to fight this guy if he could walk. He's probably quick on his feet, and then the white guy tries getting up here. I hope he puts that thing in park first.
Hit him so hard he could walk. He realigned his spinal cord with that hit.
I didn't know he was fighting a faith healer.
Yeah.
And then anyway, the guy stops recording because nothing's happening. But anyway, there's a good warm-up there. Grocery store fight. What do you think about that, Troy?
Fabulous.
I got another one here. This one's going to turn you around.
This is oh my
All right, well, get it up here. Now, again, what I like about these, though, there's no like racial element, I think, in these fights, but it is always more fun to watch a white versus black fight, in my opinion.
It's not
and that's
racist,
both of
but I
these.
like it better when it's
well,
white
there's
versus
no,
black.
yeah, there's nothing inherently like racial about it has nothing to do with the reason they're fighting, but cinematically, it's a more entertaining watch. Do you agree?
No.
Well, this one's interesting. This is a big boy versus another.
You track like teams and momentum more, I bet. The momentum of the fight.
Maybe.
Like how many get on your side, each side?
Oh yeah, true. Well, this is interesting too. Well, I don't think, and luckily none of the people, it never comes into play where like, oh, they could try to defend their own race, which I also like about those fights too. But everybody just watches. This is another fight. It's a grocery store fight. A lot of squaring up in here. You get one big hook thrown, but otherwise it's a lot of squaring up. The little black guy tries to punch the fat white guy in the gut and realize that's not going anywhere, and I think they just agree to disagree.
They're doing some fisticuffs.
Real 1920s stance. But this is my favorite part. An employee comes and breaks it up. And then dabs up the white guy. But anyway, little grocery store fights to start the morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy February 26th. We're almost to the end of the month. It's a short month this month, of course, February.
It is. It's always very short.
You ever seen a fight at a grocery store? You ever participate?
Yeah.
Tell us a little about that.
No, I can't.
Oh.
The case is still ongoing.
Were you fighting a woman? That's not what we see a lot. That's what I don't like. The racial fights are fun, you see, but it's 2 men. You hate to see a man fighting a woman at a grocery store.
Maybe you do.
You know what I see all the time? People fighting their children at the grocery store, am I right? Knock that off, everybody. Bring it home. I was at the laundromat the other day. This drove me crazy. I was at the laundromat, and we're going to get to water cooler talk here. In fact, I'm going to tease it. I'm just going to pull up the man standing at the water cooler to put up in the corner here. But I wanted to tell this. I was at the laundromat the other day. This drove me crazy. Troy, you'll agree with me here. If you have kids, do your disciplining in private, right? I heard this recently. Somebody was on a plane, and they're disciplining their kid. They're saying, oh, no, you can't use the tablet right now. I'm sure everybody on the plane is saying, just let them use the tablet. We don't need to listen to this. Get it over with for an hour and a half and then deal with it when you get off the plane. But I was at the laundromat. As soon as I get to the laundromat, I need to fold my laundry. I'm just there to grab my stuff out of the dryer and fold it and get out. And I follow a daughter and mom in, and they end up sitting at the exact same table waiting for their laundry to dry as I'm going to be folding mine. So I have to listen to them the whole time. And as soon as they sit down, the mom says, "Did you just say no to me? All right, no TV when you get home." And I say, "Oh, great. Get this started the moment I get here. Why don't I listen to you discipline your daughter for the next hour while I fold my laundry?" Anyway, drives me nuts. She just ended up going on Facebook and ignoring her daughter the whole time. It was just equally annoying because the daughter kept trying to get her attention. She just bark at her from a distance, but anyway.
Did it escalate past the TV? No TV?
No, the mom actually dropped that. She had no real. She had no teeth behind it. She was just barking. Which is really kind of the annoying part. It's like, why are you trying to make your kid cry just to make me listen to it? It's strange. And at any point, you know what I wanted to do? She was scrolling on Facebook. I wanted to be a little twerp about it and write down on a note, say stopscrolling.org or something like that, and give it to her and say, I used to deal with this problem, or these people helped me a lot when I was like you, or something like that, and maybe that would. But it really gets to me. And then the little girl was saying like, "Mom, you have to come over here right now, right this second. Come over here." And the mom wasn't really listening or something, and the girl was just trying to get her attention. And then the mom finally realized she was like outside of arm's reach, and she's like, "Get over here right now. Get over." So that's why where she's learning that language. That's all she hears. She never hears, "Hey, come here." Hey, I need you to be over here. She never hears normal language. But anyway, disciplining your kid at the laundromat. I was pretty fired up about that, but we're going to get into our water cooler talk. Do you ever discipline children? You have nephews and nieces. Do you ever discipline your nephews and nieces?
Of course I do.
Would you ever do that in public?
They don't act up in public around me.
Oh, that's good. That's an interesting subject. And if anybody has any take on that, are you in the Discord this morning, keeping an eye out? I guess you use the app, right? I forgot to get in this morning here. But now we should be good. Let's get into our water cooler talk.
We don't have anybody in the Discord, but we got a Merch Mouse and Zach Hoyle in the chat.
Oh, good morning, Merch Mouse. Good morning, Zach Hoyle. Any thoughts on this disciplining your child thing?
Not enough.
Sometimes side effects are bambinos.
So this is some real water cooler talk. Really, this is the most out of context video you could ever post on YouTube. I have no idea why they went for this, just for us, really. But
I think it's only 2 weeks old, so I think they've been watching Drive Time.
Right.
Like, oh shit! I think the water cooler talk is a good idea. So we better make this for the Drive Time show so they can clip it.
Right.
It's like, how boring would this water cooler talk be at work?
This is water cooler talk, people.
Sometimes side effects are bambinos.
So this is completely unscripted. It's more like improv theater.
What about you? How's your day going?
Long clinic. There's something wrong with this water cooler. Yeah. There's no water in it.
This is why I was so excited to talk to you today.
And then new things that are coming out soon.
They don't know what EPS is, and they don't know why they're on the medication.
Over and over again, and finally get it.
Sounds like a rock station. KCNQ rocks.
Just he got distracted, the birds, the squirrels, and thou shalt not take it with food.
And then so we all just kind of stare at each other about what to do.
I've been to this kind of rodeo before.
This is the funny guy, by the way. He goes to the water cooler and makes jokes to everybody.
It's like Peyton Manning with a mullet.
And then so we all just kind of stare at each other about what to do.
I've been to this kind of rodeo before.
Would have helped with the ADHD, for sure.
Kids would much rather have a medication, perhaps, than having to exercise.
It's actually quite simple when you think about it.
But it's something that we can learn.
It was like, right?
ADHD, anxiety, and autism.
Our antipsychotics, antidepressants, stimulant medication.
Diagnostic boxes that we've been used to treating.
Do you agree?
I agree.
The meds come first, or the movements come first? It's a chicken or the egg in that sense.
The treatment du jour.
So it's not always bad. Sometimes it's a good outcome.
Welcome the gut-brain act.
This guy, look how big this guy is. It's finally revealed in that frame how huge this man is.
Sometimes it's a good outcome.
So one of these speakers here, the funny guy, of course.
The gut-brain axis.
It's not the water cooler. He's towering over this water cooler. Nobody else can put their elbow on the water cooler anywhere near. He's huge. You ever seen a guy that big? Looks like Matt Ferry.
Dr. Sixholm, your 10:30 appointment is here.
So with that, we'll leave our water cooler.
We will.
Is that the dad from Step
Dads? Take it with us.
I thought.
Oh my gosh! Look at the.
We'll leave our water.
I was like, what?
Isn't he a doctor or
We
something?
will.
Yeah.
We can't take it with us.
Oh, maybe it is.
Oh my gosh! Look at the time.
Oh
Gotta go back
gosh.
to clinic.
They do have to work
Is that
for
the guy on the left, the co-host of Flagrant 2?
Can't be hanging around the water cooler all day on the company's dime.
Once again, you're late
I
for
feel
your
like that'd be like
appointment.
David
Thank you all
Collins
very
at
much.
an office job. He'd suck you into the water cooler.
Oh,
We can't be here all day once the boss comes around.
Oh, that's what I'd say, too. I say, oh, we better get back to work before the boss gets here, huh? That old ball and chain. What do you call the boss? Troy.
What?
What do working class people call the boss? That battle axe? I can only think of terms for wives.
I don't know.
Anyway, we do have some water cooler talk, though, folks. You keeping up on this Luigi Mangione case? Is this safe to talk around the water cooler? The boss might hear you and say, "What are you planning to murder me?" They say, "No, not you, just your boss." But that Luigi Mangione case, not a lot of people are really tracking like this. And I have a big gripe about this Luigi Mangione case, to be honest, because I remember when it first happened, we all saw the shooting. Then we all saw the pictures coming out of the suspected shooter. And then we all saw this guy and we said, those aren't the same people that did the shooting, that was the people out. And then they just continued with this. And I haven't heard a lot of that talking anymore, just saying, I thought these weren't the same people. So I'm not even sure if Luigi, and he's going to be pleading innocence, apparently. You following this at all, Troy? Which side do you fall on?
I can give a fuck less.
Really?
Why do I care?
Well, I don't know. People do. People care about other things. People care about sports. People care about, what the grass looks like in the morning. Yeah. People care about a lot of things. What do you care about these days, Troy? You seem a little sad. And I said that last Wednesday too. We were recording that Kelly Brink episode, and I said we gave you a thoughts and prayers because you seemed a little down these days.
Thoughts and prayers didn't help.
What's going on with that, Troy?
I don't know.
You do have a Twitch profile. That's probably turning things around. That's fun. That gives you some light to your day.
Yeah, it's the only.
You're doing Twitch now. You're live streaming video games. What game are you streaming? Why don't we plug that a little bit? Let people know. I don't know if a lot of listeners are going to be caught up on that yet. They listen to Thoughts and Prayers, maybe, if they didn't hear anything from the Post 4 productions.
Just been streaming on Twitch. It's been pretty fun.
It's Riggs420 with
it's
a Z.
Different. It's
R-I-G-O.
It's T-Riggs C-137.
That's going to be tough.
Well.
What's the 137 stand for?
It's a reference to Rick and Morty. Rick C-137. He's the Rickest Rick of all the Ricks. I see. The Riggest Rig of all the Rigs.
You're pretty, Troy.
I'm pretty?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very Riggs.
You going to do the Supper Club Shaman coming up?
Yeah, we'll see. I got a few things in the pipeline.
Thoughts and prayers to Troy Rigdon, everybody. We got any thoughts and prayers in the chat?
We got Zach Hoyle, who's answering your question about disciplining kids in public.
Oh, okay.
He's all for the rod.
Yeah.
You got followed up with an extreme.
Yeah, I actually feel
followed
strong.
up with an I love you.
Oh, thank you, Zach Hoyle. I feel strongly about the rod for adults by police officers. I think instead of tickets, everybody could take a couple lashings and you just move on. I think a lot of people have that opinion. Luigi Mangione. Why don't we jump a little into this Luigi Mangione coverage? This is the lawyer talking here, so give her the floor. Troy, what do you think about this lawyer?
She's got a big nose.
All right. Good observation. We're on our way. She's wearing the headmaster's cloak from Harry Potter.
Never mind.
Luigi thanks everybody for being
Go on.
No.
Something about a headmaster?
No, you wouldn't like it.
All right.
Ooh, maybe I would. My name is Karen
I know you
Friedman,
would.
Say it then.
I'm here with Jacob Kaplan and the rest of Luigi Mangione's legal team.
Why are you so quiet, lady?
My intention was not to give a press conference, not to give remarks, and not to speak outside of court, because I think the most important thing is to speak in court on the record.
Is she doing this outside of Disneyland? What's that cheering going on in the background? It sounds like a roller coaster. Also, I wanted to please excuse, there is a this whole clip, and it bugged me when I was listening to it the first time, but hopefully we can all bear.
But since video cameras, the application for a video of today's proceeding was denied, I thought I would give the remarks that I gave in court out here so that the people who are interested in hearing what's happening to Luigi Mangione can hear what's happening to Luigi Mangione. So I'm going to do my best to stick to the.
Well, of course, I noticed that too. I said, "Wow, she's really trying to make sure the name is in the transcript."
I forgot where the fuck we were watching.
remarks that
Oh,
were
she's like a good YouTuber.
given in court.
At the end, she's going to say, don't forget to log in and subscribe. I was watching Jacob and Dad this week, and Dad, his newest advice to get subscribers is to encourage people to log in, which is pretty good advice.
First, I want to start by talking about the fact that Luigi Mangione remains in federal custody,
right,
where he is being prosecuted in 3 jurisdictions by the federal government, by New York State, and by Altoona, Pennsylvania. But he is being held in federal custody, and the Department of Justice has refused to allow him to be in state custody.
I mean, that's a little gargled. I don't really know what that has anything to do with, but we'll move a little forward here. Do you know anything about the difference between federal and state custody?
The federal more than a year.
Right. So he's being there early. I don't know.
Of danger is for when I go visit Luigi.
So at this point, she's talking about how when they brought out him to be arraigned or whatever, they put him in all these chains. They brought the mayor there. They had this whole show, pony show. What do they call it?
Dog and pony show.
Right.
Dog-faced pony soldier.
I sit with him. He is unshackled. He walks around freely in the visiting area. We sit in a room together without law enforcement hovering over us. But for whatever reason, here, despite all the law enforcement, they need him to be wearing this vest. They need him to be.
When he was walked into the courtroom that day, they had him but they had a big bulletproof vest on him or something, a big weighted vest or something. They're worried he's going to be
he's a patsy,
Jack Ruby'd or something.
Yeah, he's a patsy.
I think the same thing, really.
Yeah.
They should give him some headgear, though. I don't understand how confident they are that all these shooters are going to be aiming for the chest. Do you know anything about assassinations? Do they ever teach? Do you have to do like a quick side class or something? Like mandatory learning? And I don't know anything about the military.
Assassinating? No.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I once knew a guy that was in the military, and he claimed that he worked in interrogation. And he was pretty believable, even though he didn't have I don't know where he worked. He could have been a janitor. But he would look you in the eyes, and he would say, think of a number, 1 through 30. And then he would count all the numbers 1 through 30, and then he would guess your number.
Try it on me.
He'd do it 100. I can't do it.
Try it. I got a number in my head, 1 through 30.
You can't see my eyes.
1 through 20, but you can see mine.
Oh, no, but I can't do it. But every time you would say a number,
14.
and he would go through.
Close, 13.
I was going to say 13, but I didn't.
Well, you guys are always on the same track. But he would always get your number right. He'd watch your eye. Apparently, your eyes would twitch every time you get to your number.
Yeah.
There was nothing you could do about it.
Quick thing, number 1 through 10.
Okay.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
1,
7.
2.
Oh, fuck.
3.
I thought you would.
It's 7. It's 7. See, it wins.
Wow.
Yeah, cracked him.
You crack right away.
Tell me where the bombs are.
Joe, the WMDs are.
You folded on the first one.
Shit, dude. You fucking intimidating.
If I just saw this clip, I'd imagine this was
7.
I thought you were guessing 1. I was like, no, stupid, it was 7.
If somebody just saw this, it looked like we were watching a new Star Wars movie. What is she wearing?
We got Ben Woodfield in the Woodfield in the chat.
Oh, good morning,
right
Ben
over us, and we
Woodfield.
get
Ben
no time
Woodfield,
with
some
it.
people will remember from episode 2 of David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show.
Haven't seen Ben in a while.
He is being treated differently.
We see him shirtless in the reality show sometimes.
Isn't he a teacher?
Because of this unusual and
He is. Actually, for a lot of people, Ben Woodfield, this would actually be a better connection. Ben Woodfield is, he's a 23-year-old stuttering John from the Quad Cities.
23?
I believe so.
Oh.
Anyway.
He says not anymore. He's 24.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Ben, if you could clarify that in the Discord, that'd be great.
Actually, we don't do that here.
26.
frankly, just the fact that he's being prosecuted.
There was a couple
by
of minutes
3
here I
jurisdictions
really
for one event.
thought were
It
interesting.
all is about one thing, one single event. So we object to that. We also made a record today that although the Manhattan DA's office has been providing discovery, we're past the discovery deadline, but they have made an effort to provide discovery, and we appreciate it. But what we have.
Oh yeah, so this is what I want to. Well, she's so the important part here is she was frustrated because they're already doing like an HBO documentary on this Luigi guy, and the trial hasn't even started yet, and they're showing things in the documentary that she hasn't even been admitted to the evidence for the defense to see. So that was the
And we
interesting
are
part here.
concerned that Luigi's constitutional rights were violated in Pennsylvania, and there are serious search and
Here we go.
seizure issues that will be litigated in that case in Pennsylvania and in this case.
Now, obviously, nobody really believes this, but things are looking like, there might be like a 10 or 20% chance that Luigi just ends up getting off for something like some of these charges.
Chain of evidence, or whatever.
Right, and
chain of evidence custody, or whatever that's called.
And not to mention another thing that I've heard, that how are they going to find a jury for this guy? How are they going to find an unbiased jury? If you can't find an unbiased jury, I think they just have to throw the case.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to decide. She mentioned they're still trying to figure if they're going to seek the death penalty. The feds.
Oh, are they?
Very interesting. Yeah, they haven't decided.
My theory is Luigi Mangione is going to get locked up for about 20 years, come back as a
podcaster.
No, come back as a revolutionary.
I see.
That's what it's going to be. About 20, 30 years, people forget who he is. All these things going to come back. I mean, he's got all that money. He's got all that family money, the connections.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to come back and walk in and just be like, all right, we're taking over.
The Italians will finally get their time.
Yeah.
Here and in the federal case, because it is alleged that Luigi had a gun on him and had other property on him.
Right, the manifesto.
That they are going to use against him in all of the
A
cases.
manifesto,
and if there is a search and seizure issue, and again, we have to review all of the paperwork and camera footage when we receive it before we say definitively whether we think there is one. But so far, what we are seeing is we think there is a serious search and seizure issue.
There we go. And there's other things here. You guys can kind of check out this case yourself. But just a little update. Keep it in the knowledge of everybody. This is happening, and we're looking forward to that trial. She talks about how they didn't allow cameras in for that first day of trial, but she's still trying to push to allow the cameras to be inside during the trial.
Why does she want him in there?
It's probably good for the case, more people talking about it, getting right now, of course.
She wants attention on her.
Oh, certainly. And she wants his name to be out there, and she wants the public to be able to have some sort of weigh in there. Because right now, the most prominent voices are just the mainstream media, who, of course, have their opinion on the Luigi Mangione. So it's always good to have more footage. It's a little bit like the January 6th things. They had control over what footage we were seeing for a couple of years until the other angles came out.
Yeah.
We want to see all the evidence ourselves as it comes in.
You almost went to the January 6th thing, didn't you?
I'll be there next time. Anyway.
Hey, Ben Woodfield's asking, do you think that AI is writing these narratives now? But I think Allen Iverson's doing something else.
Austin Nichols moved to Austin. And he doesn't write things that long. He's a short guy. Short stints.
No, Ben Woodfield.
Oh, AI.
Yeah.
Austin Ingalls.
Oh, yeah, Austin Ingalls too. Hey, maybe he is doing a little side work down there writing articles.
Maybe. Those would be long for him. He'd need to write like 10 jokes just to get to one article. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy February 26th.
Dang Lizard says they'll put him in Arkham Asylum and he'll turn into the Joker. I can see that.
I hope everybody's enjoying their coffee this morning.
Better Joker than the last fucking Joker movie.
Oh, I see. Perfect. I see there's some action in the Discord here, but we're going to jump right into our senior grill instructor this morning.
Joaquin as a Joker.
Dude, the Joker movie was fucking terrible, and the second Joker movie was even worse.
What was the second one?
The second one was with Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga.
There's been a second one out?
Oh, it's fucking gross, dude.
You might not have thought it was real, because even the trailer seemed like it was like a parody.
Dude, it's a musical.
Oh, what?
It's a musical.
It's a musical.
Oh, this is an actual thing.
Yeah, no, it did seem like a joke when it was coming out. It was kind of difficult to follow.
I watched the whole fucking 2-hour movie waiting for something to happen, and it's just them two, like, lusting after each other and fucking singing.
Is there a sex scene?
Oh.
I don't know. Gratuitous sex scenes always fucking piss me off. Like, who's this for? Go look up porn, you fucking weirdos.
Right.
Lady Gaga, though?
Troy
I saw her at Coachella once.
You went to Coachella?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You don't strike me as a Coachella fella.
I know. I was 100% sober, too, but
Oh,
I convinced the people I was there with that Lady Gaga's mom was sitting by us. So she went up and asked if you're Lady Gaga's mom, and she's like, what?
Lady Gaga's like the creative director.
That's a great prank.
It was fun, yeah. What were you saying?
Lady Gaga, like, I don't know, never mind. I was probably wrong.
You're probably right, Troy. I believe in you. Troy doesn't have a lot of confidence these days, everybody, but let him know.
I didn't like her.
I
liked her. Honestly,
she's the devil, dude.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
She's got some decent music. Well, Bad Romance.
Don't
tell me you didn't like.
When I was in high school.
Yeah, tell me you didn't like.
No,
yeah, tell me you didn't like Bad Romance, dude.
Todd and I were listening.
I don't know what she has now, though.
No, she's like the fucking creative director of like Kodak or something like that. It's like
The camera company?
Yeah. It's like, Kanye was talking about it. Made me laugh really hard. He's like, I like some of Lady Gaga's music. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
Yeah.
Todd Basinger and I were listening to Alejandro this week.
Sounds like something you guys would do.
So we're going to get into our senior grill instructor this morning. We're about 4 minutes behind, but that's all right. It's 8:04 a.m. Eastern. We have our senior grill instructor. The senior grill instructor, of course, is a bit where the senior grill instructor is off Tinder, and he's looking for a match. And he likes to grill.
There we go.
Yuck.
Oh, yeah, right.
You guys looking at Kanye tweets?
She's definitely a fucking man.
Look at Kanye shirts.
Oh, I see.
I'm getting a Kanye shirt. I got fucking... I ordered this whole one, actually.
Oh, perfect. We'll put it up with Casey Jacks up there. Anyway, senior grill instructor, everybody. Why don't we jump right into it? You like this, Troy?
Yeah.
Your most irrational fear is being blown up by a propane tank?
Oh, my prompt?
I use charcoal often, but sometimes I'm feeling a little risky.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, I'm not a master, but I am a senior grill instructor.
I don't do too much cooking myself.
Typical
It looks
woman.
like you do.
No, with my job, my kids and I have to go out to eat often. What do you do other than grilling?
Not much.
She didn't
I
get it.
read. I troll people on Instagram. I watch Luke Belmar videos. I call my mom. I do hot yoga.
Oh, do you attend in-person yoga sessions?
I do. How about you? I go to a hot yoga studio in the Quad Cities.
I do, yes. I'd love to join you. Or have you join me sometime? Winky smiley face.
For sure. How often do you go?
1 to 2 to 3 times a week. And I do yoga at home every night before bed. Wednesday afternoon is my non-negotiable class. I almost never miss it. It's with an instructor named Andrew Karp.
He's gay, right? What makes it so good? I'm not jealous, if you're wondering.
It's not that it's particularly great. It's more about the timing of it. Midway through the week, when I need some zen. But he has great energy, and sometimes I cry during final relaxation, or when he does mantras.
Phew. So definitely gay.
Other times, I have an orgasm randomly if my leggings hit my clit just right.
That's hot.
How? Why is it hot for you? You like when women have orgasms just because?
What are you, gay?
I think that it's hot that yoga is that emotional and spiritual for you. I find it very relaxing for me as well. What does that mean to you?
It's only yoga when it's spiritual. Anything else starts to feel like appropriation.
It's all about breath and being present, the connectiveness of it all. And I should know a lot about living in the present. I used to fight terrorists. I'll never forget one of their last words. Yesterday is history, but tomorrow is a mystery. Every day is a gift. Then I told them that's why they call it the present. That was the climax of my career, really.
You served?
Burgers. He wasn't even a terrorist. It was E. coli.
What the fuck? That was a sweet fat joke you got on her. You look like you do.
This week's senior grill instructor. I don't know if that was always interpreted. She didn't seem to have it interpreted as a
Oh, what? A
fat
dumb
joke.
chick didn't get it? No way.
I don't know if that was even a fat joke, but that was this week's senior grill instructor. I'm always surprised with how
stupid these women are.
well, they get a little, confrontational with the senior grill instructor.
Dude, she's a fucking... talking about, oh, I do yoga 4 times a week, but I never cook. If you're doing yoga 4 times a week, you obviously care about your body, and you're not going to be fucking eating out every fucking night of the week.
Well, I feel like I eat out
That's
pretty
bullshit.
regularly, but I eat well. I was at an Applebee's a few weeks ago, and I
what
looked
she
around.
said.
I got a salad. I had salmon and broccoli and potatoes. And I looked around, and I said, oh, I got the most green in the whole restaurant compared to everybody else. Everybody had fried things and things, but you can eat. You can eat out and eat well.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Eat out, everybody. Enjoy yourselves.
Hey, we got somebody in the Discord.
Oh, do we?
And I think she's going to talk about how Lady Gaga is the most talented female performer
Can't
of
wait.
all time.
I bet she likes Taylor Swift, too.
Guess we'll find out.
Good morning. I bet she's going to be really loud, isn't she? Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is David Allen's #1 fan.
Good morning. How are you? Are you going to talk about Lady Gaga? Troy Rigdon, you didn't even greet our caller.
Hi.
I can talk about whatever, but I would like to say good for you for not letting Troy's attitude bring you down.
Oh, well, Troy is wonderful to be around. He lights up a room. And, you know, I tell him all the time, I say, Troy, you should start taking antibiotics because, boy, is your laugh infectious.
No, it really is. Me as an extrovert, though, I feel his energy being very low today, and that would personally bring me down a little bit.
Uh-oh. Troy, what do you think about that?
Low T.
Troy's a little low T this morning. Low Troy.
Oh, we can talk about it. What happened right before the show started?
Oh, just David being a little fucking David.
I made a move on Troy, and he declined me, and it's been really awkward.
I was just reciprocating energy.
Well, I think it's a great day. Well, last Wednesday...
They're going to go fight in that field after the show anyway. So.
This would be a good segue. You can
on.
see this field here. We're going to leave that camera on, and we're going to go... We got, what are they called? The big inflatable... Oh, I can't think of it right now. Dang, the big inflatable boxing gloves from the early 2000s.
Sock and boppers.
Sock and boppers. We got some sock and boppers in the other room, and we're going to take it to the street.
Well,
He doesn't think
I do
I'm
like it that
serious.
The sun is coming up earlier. We get to see more of what's going on out there now.
And isn't that great? I love that the sun's coming up earlier. Troy had remarked on that right before we started the show. He said, boy, what a beautiful sunrise that we all get to see together.
I don't think I said that.
It sounds like something you'd say.
It does not, but, you know, maybe.
Doesn't that help you get out of bed a little bit better?
Oh, it does. Well, I'm always out of bed anyway. I wake up, I say, I'm alive. I'm looking it down at the pillow.
Is that the first thing? I forgot you're a belly sleeper.
Just right on my face. It's good for your neck.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
bad for acid reflux.
what do you think about Lady Gaga? Lady Gaga's making a comeback, I think.
She's got to come on
She's always been here.
She never left.
Taylor Swift?
What's your favorite Lady Gaga song of all time?
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Big fan.
Of her originals or of the ones that she's covered?
Wow.
Ooh.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Deep cuts only.
But the one with Bradley Cooper counts too.
She's a song with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
It's from a musical.
Well, I personally think that she had the best Super Bowl performance of all time.
Wow.
But I really do love her live version of oh gosh, she played it at it was an opening for a World Cup or something like that. She sang
Troy, help.
How the fuck would I know?
You know the answer.
No, I don't.
Finish the sentence.
Lady
she
Gaga's
sang
terrible.
Imagine.
Oh,
And
Imagine.
The piano has a bunch of flowers all over it.
It's one of
and
my
it's
favorite
just
albums. I listened to
John
John
Legend?
John Lennon.
Oh.
His Imagine album. I always skip the song Imagine, though. A little overplayed.
Huh.
Maybe Lady Gaga's version would be okay.
I think it's amazing. She changes this up a little bit, but still
I hope she does it
honors
jazzy.
the song, of course.
Yeah, I walked into a rock club the other day. I said, oh, I hope they're playing jazz tonight. And everybody laughed. Anyway, well, that's perfect. It's about 8:15 a.m., 8:13 a.m. Eastern this morning. How are you feeling? Do you have some coffee this morning?
I do.
Well, I hope everybody else has some coffee, too. Do you have anything else to add on this morning before we let you go?
Senior grill instructor this morning was wow. Nice to hear that he does some yoga. That's cool. That's good.
Certainly.
him.
He's expanding his horizons.
A range of hobbies. Anything hot. He likes to feel like he's in a kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. The grill.
Hot yoga.
Yeah. What if he's just hotboxing on like a Four Seasons porch or something like that? He thinks he's doing yoga.
These
I
hot,
smelled it when I walked in.
hot conversations on Tinder.
Yeah. What if it's all in his head? That'd be crazy too.
Oh gosh.
Well, that's wonderful
Well,
to
I
hear.
hope
There's
everyone
such a
has
variety of
fantastic
women.
day.
I hope you have a fantastic day too. David Collins, 30-minute hour show's #1 fan. Thanks so much for calling in. Anybody else who wants to call in, join that Discord. We have the link in the description. I think there are other ways, and Matt Ferry can help you in the live chat. If anybody needs some traffic updates this morning anywhere in the country, you can drop those in the live chat, and Matt Ferry has you covered. The weather's certainly been warming up, which I'm thankful for. It's been a beautiful weekend and last few days. Troy, have you been outside enjoying the weather?
No, I've been vamping out.
Been streaming, been camping. I heard.
Yeah, I've been streaming. Can't be outside when I got streaming to do.
I see.
I was watching a stream today. I saw you camping for like 30 minutes one day. Just camping.
What?
Just kidding.
I was like, what? Yeah, no.
How's streaming been going?
It's been fun. It's been cool. Getting some interactions, getting some chatter, getting some... I like making parlay bets and then sweating them out while I play. It gives me something to do and get me animated while I'm streaming.
You can watch the game and talk with the chat there and play your game and talk about your bets.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing well in your sports betting these days?
I'm not doing bad. Last night pissed me off, but I still hit a few parlays. Fucking Luka Doncic.
So we wanted to talk about that. Now, there was a moment in that interview, David Collins' 30.5 hour show, and Post 4 Productions. Last week we had Kelly on the show. Troy, I don't even think we're going to really have time to get to it, just, what happened last week.
Oh, no.
But you feel fine now, right? We're all past what happened after the show and everything?
Well, when I drank whiskey and got fucking
You were
angry.
pretty ruthless. I don't want to get graphic or anything, but you were pretty nasty prior to the whiskey.
Okay.
But it was fine. And it was just one day, and it's all okay.
All right.
We're glad that you were okay. We were trying to get a hold of you for the next day, and it was tough to get a hold of you.
Yeah. I was fucking licking my wounds. I left my phone at Matt's.
Oh, really? Rough.
It was
I got
nice
a question
when
for
I-
David Collins. What were you so antsy about
What?
at the beginning of that podcast?
Oh, that
The
episode?
Post 4, yeah.
Well,
the
the
Post 4, you're the entire time you're just
The timing.
getting in my
Zipping your
way.
jacket up
Or,
and down, texting on your
Well,
phone.
I'm
you
always
got the
back and
paper, you're
forth.
doing the paper.
I was
like,
prepped
what's
for
going
the
on here?
episode. As soon as the hour was up, I was like, all right, well,
It's 'cause
I
you're
want to get
secret
my
guest.
episode knocked out. I get nervous. I want to get it
Yeah.
up. We want to get to it.
I can feel the anxiety.
Well, we
feel
try to
it.
get the episode out. And also the timing of it and things, too. Just didn't know people were walking in the room and people were showing up. We had a bit of a live audience, small crowd.
I always did like when the people that work there like walk down. Wasn't even sure they were walking. They work there. Just like they come down, we all just look at each other. Like one of those things.
But
Oh, I got an update though about that fucking Marine hospital. So it wasn't in World War I or II. It was the Civil War, that Marine hospital. Remember we were talking about it on the family
Yeah.
farm? I was thinking about it, I'm like, why the fuck would World War I veterans be at a fucking Marine hospital in Galena?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make sense to me. And I'm like, I don't know. That's just what I always thought. It was a Civil War. So it was back even further.
little
And it wasn't. I saw it wasn't even for Marines.
What
It's
the
for
fuck?
Navy.
Was it?
Yeah, sailor. I mean, Marines like sea.
We didn't have a
Oh.
Navy during the Civil
I know
War.
nothing, I guess.
Yeah, we did.
I know it's haunted.
The Merrimack and the.
Oh, okay.
The Merrimack.
Well, they had a different name for it. That might
Columbus
make sense.
had boats, man. We had them in the Civil War.
Remember that big battle or whatever? Merrimack?
Yes, George Washington fucking
Vicksburg.
yeah, rode across the Delaware or whatever.
But during that episode with
The ice, that's why they
Callie
won
Brink
that
and things,
battle.
there was a lot of at one point there was mention she was saying how she's autistic, how her son is autistic.
She
and
said she was type 3
it
though.
was getting thrown around. That was made up.
Yeah, I know. That's type 3.
Yeah, the theory is type 1. It's like autism's like diabetes, in my opinion. I think they're over analyzing now. Everybody's autistic. If like the second anybody's uncomfortable, it's like, oh shit, I'm autistic.
It's an easy cop out.
Yeah. So I think there's 3 types. I think there's type 1, where you're born with it. It's like genetics. Or it's like diabetes. If you're type 1 diabetic, you're just kind of born with it. It just is what it is. Type 2 is you get it through poor socialization, poor, I don't want to say poor
Vaccines.
parenting, but poor social upbringing and stuff like that. You're not sure how to interact with people and stuff like that. And then type 3 is
Stolen valor.
yeah, people that just say they have autism, but they don't. And I think
Right.
the key identifier too is if you can smile or not. Type 1 people cannot necessarily smile. It's very painful smiles.
Can't smile.
This is Matt Ferry. This is a fun sketch.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that. Type 2 is kind of like they smile too, but type 3, I mean, yeah. I think people that steal autism valor are amongst the worst people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they're just confused.
Not like
Well, people say it a
not
lot.
like calling
That's
themselves
trans
autistic.
people.
I'm talking about people that take services away from other people.
Oh, I see.
Stuff like that. Not
They
people
like
that call
belittle
them-
a fucking mental deficiency or whatever, like a chemical imbalance, and then you're like choosing to victimize yourself on behalf of someone else. It's like taking a fucking handicap parking spot.
Matt
Yeah,
Ferry
kinda.
is a uniquely a unique expert in autism, and not in the joking way. He's he even has this 50-minute comedy sketch on here where he does a full dissertation on autism.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
This is kind of
I forgot about this till yesterday.
I like to think that you did this ironically.
Did you get an aid for autism?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of bringing this act back for an open mic?
Just put people to sleep.
Oh, we have a projector at Monk's.
General consensus is that it's caused by abnormalities in the high.
We're just
percent
gonna.
more likely to be autistic.
These are the causes of autism here, but
If you keep skipping every 3 seconds, it sounds like he has autism.
It's a 50-minute sketch. Well, I just want to get to
more stuff in the environment. People have more
this part.
Toxins in the air, so that might also be a cause. How do vaccines cause autism? This is a pretty good myth. There's a website about
Myth?
It.
How long ago
The
did you make
answer is
this?
they don't. So
8 years ago.
Do you see they're coming with a class action lawsuit? Shit like that against all the mRNA vaccines?
It's controversial. Well, that's before all that. That's before all that, and it's a
And now
completely
they're-
different subject.
now they're
But what
banning
he's referring to here is, of course, the vaccines in the 90s that had, or prior to 94, I think, or something like that, 93.
Prior to 94, it
some
was
of
like
them
1 in
had
20,000
Well, some guy made
a percentage of them.
A guy made a study that was completely.
Oh, that was the study. That was the year of the study.
But I think vaccines do cause autism now because I think if parents are more likely to give their kid like 15 boosters,
Yeah.
that kid's fucked.
It's like,
Right.
dude, it's like 1 in 34 nowadays. It used to be like 1 in 20,000.
Yeah.
Like
But I think that's
before
over, that's
1996 or
overdiagnosis
some
too.
shit.
There's an overdiagnosis. And that's another thing that we're getting
Big
to. But anyway,
pharma.
this is this is Matt Ferry talking about autism. You can't say that. Also, what you just said, you can't say that on Blind Mike channel.
What's that?
That you think your opinion on vaccines and autism might have changed over the last 10 years, and to very specific cases over the last few years.
What, Blind Mike's run by the fucking...
Well, no, I just think it's dangerous to say that on YouTube, and it makes people's hair stand up. But it's just an opinion.
Opinion?
We play copyrighted.
What opinion?
What's that?
I'm sorry, what?
We'll show you the quote later.
Okay.
Happy music, everybody.
Nice diversion.
So on the subject, this is a little loud, isn't it? Well, everything's a little loud right now. So on the subject of autism, we have a comedian, Ryan Graham. Oh, this isn't even the song I wanted to play. I'm sorry, I'm getting all mixed up. Get this out of here. Stand by, everybody. It's going to be worth it.
Oh shit, we got Ben Woodfield in the chat too.
In the Discord?
Yeah. We'll bring him in here in a
Yeah,
second.
he deals with a lot of autism.
He calls himself autistic. Let's get Ben Woodfield in here. And then we're going to talk a little about the DSM-5. Or Ryan Graham talking about the DSM-5. And then we're going to play some clips of a guy that looked like Troy from Wednesday. Is Ben Woodfield in the call?
Yep. Yeah, he's on.
What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Oh, great.
Ben. Can you hear us, Ben?
Ben Woodfield. Oh, well, this is...
Yes, good morning. Hello, David,
Oh,
Collins,
jeez.
and Co.
What a delay. What is going on, Ben Woodfield? Good morning. We haven't heard from you in a while.
Oh, good.
Well, I messaged you yesterday. Because I said, this is funny. Troy, you'll like this. We were scrolling through Kelly Brink's Instagram looking for a couple clips to compare with our show. And we noticed while just clicking through all of them, Ben Woodfield has liked almost all of her content. And I said, Ben
Okay,
Woodfield,
not
do you
almost
see? No, you told me specifically, you said it's not all, almost. Because I said, I
Almost,
initially
but
said
not all.
Right, almost all.
I have no shame in your game.
Hey,
Ben.
look, I'm not a pervert. I'm a huge true crime fan, obviously.
You're just, right, a true crime fan. Do you subscribe to her other content? Tell
Hey,
me
he's
about
a big
that.
erotic novel fan.
Kelly Brink, our
no.
guest from last week, does an OnlyFans.
Oh, she does?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm about to leave the call, actually.
It's too early for that smut, Ben. Go read a book. Or listen to
Oh.
Drive Time David Collins.
David Collins,
She does have
don't you
erotic
know a
fiction,
man's
too. Go read one of
testosterone
those
is
books.
highest in the morning?
I'm sorry?
Don't you know a man's testosterone is highest in the morning?
I get distracted in the
It's
morning.
called
We've
morning
talked about
wood.
that before. Didn't we talk
Mm.
about that? I don't really want to get into it. It's a little gross.
The high tea in the
Oh,
morning.
yeah, let's keep it PG for YouTube.
Oh, well, I don't...
Oh, you can PG-13. What about the high tea in the morning, Ben?
We get pretty R in here. Especially when
Yeah,
Troy's
high
in
tea
here.
in the morning.
He's a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it just keep getting higher then during the day?
No, it plateaus out. You get essentially if you're functioning healthily, which I shouldn't be the one talking about this.
You remember
You
that
get
green
a
villain
boost
from
of
Dragon Ball
testosterone.
Z that Goku has to beat by going Super Saiyan so many times that the villain sucks all that energy and explodes? Sometimes I feel like Ben
Pause.
Woodfield kind of does that to a room. He's
Or
like,
you, my mother?
The only way to defeat Ben Woodfield is to throw all your energy, and then he explodes. Because otherwise, he just sucks it out of me. Ben Woodfield, what are you up to this morning? Are you substitute teaching these days?
No, I gave that up. I'm going to go drive some old people to their doctor's appointment this morning.
Okay.
Oh, we going to Iowa City?
No, just in Davenport this time. I was in Iowa City yesterday. I had breakfast at the Midtown Cafe.
Interesting.
There's a reason I'm sucking all the energy out of the room. It was not fun.
What corner is on the street? Keep it local. What corner is that on?
Core and Scott.
Great.
Huh.
Ben Woodfield's good at that. He might actually be autistic. Although one of the myths that we didn't get to from Matt's dissertation there is that not all autistic people have a, quote, special gift.
Yeah, no. Sometimes it just makes it hard for people to tell the difference between left and right.
Did you work with any, while you were substitute teaching?
I mean, chances are by the numbers, I had to deal with some of them. But it wasn't outwardly apparent.
But you can't tell.
Yeah,
I've heard that. They can't really tell.
David, I'm kind of old school. I don't believe everyone's autistic. Sometimes kids are just weird.
Attaboy.
That's another myth. That's another myth that we didn't get to from Matt's dissertation there. Autistic people, it's not that they're just weird. But anyway.
Yeah.
Ben Woodfield, have you been enjoying
the myself I'm autistic
autism.
sometimes. But I'm not stealing valor. But
have you been enjoying the broadcast this morning, Ben?
Kind of.
I have been. I actually just tuned in probably about 20 minutes ago. I just woke up.
Oh, well, welcome to the world. We wish you well. How are your parents this morning?
This is a very early call-in show. I hope people going to work appreciate your efforts.
I think they do. We like to welcome people on their drive to work in the morning there. 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern every Wednesday on David Collins' YouTube channel.
Glad we caught your highest T, too.
Yeah.
When are you going to come up to Dubuque? When are you going to come up to Monks, Ben?
Come up to Monks probably on Monday.
All right. Well, we'll see you then. We'll get you on camera. Maybe, why don't you come up next Wednesday and be our third mic for Drive Time David Collins?
Yeah, I'll try and work that into the budget. I'll give you a definitive answer or later.
Okay. Well, that builds no excitement for anybody, but I hope you have a beautiful day. Do you want to leave us with anything, Ben? Any words of advice? Do you know Troy Rigdon?
I do know Troy Rigdon.
Okay.
What's up, Riggs 420. What's up, dude?
Perfect. That's good. I'm glad you two are acquainted. I think you could help him. You should mentor Ben Woodfield, Troy.
Ben should mentor me.
We should get Ben Woodfield in here with you, and then you can show him how to properly be a third mic.
No, he'd be a better third mic than me.
What do you think, Ben?
Ben's fantastic.
I'll give it a shot. I feel like the proper introduction of the third mic, really you have to add something to the conversation, but not be the whole conversation.
I don't know. What are you trying to say about Troy?
Nothing about Troy. I haven't listened long enough to understand what his game is.
Well, that's great. I'm glad we've earned you as a fan, Ben Woodfield. I hope you have a great Wednesday.
All right, take care,
his
David.
game's hell let loose.
Yeah, hell let loose giant. I like being
So, there's this, on the subject of autism, we have this comedian, Ryan Graham, who moved to Milwaukee, but he was, I've met him a handful of times. He's a great, very funny comedian, but he also does, he's kind of ventured into a YouTube, what do they call these? Video diaries or video essays? That's right. Kind of a video essay format here. And he is, big on the subject of autism, so we found this interesting, and we wanted to talk a little about this DSM-5, the autism, and then we have some very autistic guy going on adventures that we were entertained by and wanted to show to our audience.
I was doing some research for this video.
Do you know Ryan Graham?
The internet did not.
Troy?
Looks like Todd Basinger.
They do look similar. Isn't that funny? Because they're good friends. You can see where I found this song.
The diagnostic
Also, that music video is the next Robert Wallace video we're doing shot for shot.
and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders
good, right?
is a book published by the American Psychiatric Association. It's essentially a Pokedex of all the mental illnesses out there in existence. In layman's terms,
It's very 2019.
some people on this planet are having a bad time. The DSM allows us to group those people into categories based on shared characteristics. Basically,
See, So that's the book that diagnoses all these people. And the DSM-5 is changed from the DSM to the DSM-2 to the DSM-3 on to the DSM-5, right? That's pretty accurate to say. And every 10 or 20 years, they come up with a new one.
Yeah.
And they add a bunch of new diagnoses. So that's kind of the summary there of the first 10 minutes of the video.
But nothing really changes, though, when you think about it. They're just getting more specific about
Just keep lowering the standards so everyone can be autistic. Cool.
Or whatever word they want to use.
So do they
Everybody's got
call it-
anxiety, everybody's got depression.
Now, 10 years ago, I recall that they would say
that's character building, in my opinion.
This is no longer the mainstream opinion, right? That autism is a spectrum and it ranges from autism to Asperger's. That's no longer. Is that still the? I thought that was the case.
I don't give a fuck.
What do you mean?
Spectrum means everyone can be on it. It's just like including everyone's fucking dumb.
Troy, you're on a spectrum, right? Or you call it fluid.
Yeah.
Probably the most egregious example of capitalist bias in the DSM
Oh, yeah, this gets
is
pretty
the lack of inclusion
Wisconsin.
of CPTSD, or complex post-traumatic
All right,
stress
what's that?
disorder. While it shares many of the same characteristics
talking about
as
PTSD.
CPTSD is caused by many small traumas over time, as opposed to one big traumatic event like a war or a car accident. Because these people don't qualify
It is
for-
funny to just summarize a war as one traumatic event. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I think a war is a multiple traumatic
yeah.
events building up. I think this is a good example of you're just fragmenting an already defined illness.
Yeah. So, my dad yelled at me when I was a kid, and then my mom yelled at me, and then my girlfriend yelled at me, and my boyfriend yelled at me. It's like, okay, that's CPSD too. Just getting yelled at a bunch.
Can we take a step back there?
No, just breeze over that in school.
But anyway, a little about autism.
There's other factors too.
I mean, can we just be honest? We wanted to demonstrate that we have an opinion on the subject, that we're halfway, that we at least have an expert on the show talking about it, so that we don't feel terrible when we show this wonderful. And actually, this was really brighten my day. This is kind of replacing our uplifting video today.
Oh shit!
Just-
Forgot about Pirates too.
Yeah, right. And Pirate Stew, I don't think is going to make an appearance today.
How do you think he feels about that?
I bet Pirate Stew's on the fucking spectrum.
Maybe you'll change your mind after seeing this. This is Craig and Steph Day, and on the subject of autism. When is January was Autism Month, right?
June, I thought.
Oh, is it June?
June?
I don't know.
Livy and Jonesy.
Troy, this will bring
Where are you
light to
going,
your day.
Craig? To Applebee.
Come on.
April.
Come on, everybody.
to
Smile once in a
Applebee's.
while. These people are happier than all of us.
I fucking hate Applebee's. It's the worst chain in the history of chain restaurants.
Oh, you didn't say
I've
that when I
never-
mentioned the salmon earlier.
I didn't. Yeah, I probably wasn't listening. I don't fucking know, but never had a good meal at Applebee's ever.
You should try the salmon. It's
Never.
not that good.
I'll never go to
Yeah, I'll tell you
Applebee's
the best salmon I ever had was at
You going to Applebee's and ordering salmon?
yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a smoked
Alaskan
salmon.
salmon.
You know where it's really good? I can't think. It's not Longhorn. It's the other one. Outback.
Last time I had salmon, I caught it fresh from fucking Colorado, and it was good.
I think it was Outback. Anyway, I can't remember where I got the best salmon I've ever had is, but that's disappointing. Smile, everybody.
Where are you going, Craig? To Applebee.
Disneyland.
And can't we?
What are you gonna get today, Craig?
The Clubhouse Grill with a side of fries.
Come
How do you
on.
like your Clubhouse grill?
Good and delicious.
That's my favorite line of this entire thing. This is really all we're here. How do you like your you're getting a burger? How do you like your burger? Good.
Fries.
And how do you like your Clubhouse grill?
Good and delicious. Grill with a side of fries, too. Right on.
I mean, doesn't this just bring light to your day? So he's got a burger, now he's got ice cream there.
I'm stoked for him.
But this is really
It's a
what
great
people
day
need.
for him, yeah.
And this guy's high functioning too. I think that's what people, this guy's high functioning. There's some people that it destroys their entire ability to go out in public.
Yeah, I wouldn't really take restaurant suggestions from him, though.
Wow. He probably likes it all. Maybe,
I'm sure he loves it.
These guys are in Iowa, by the way. Also, another reason we wanted to talk about these people, they're in Des Moines, in fact. They're very close. We kind of want to get him
Get
in
him
his...
as a third mic, man.
We kind of want to get him on the
You
show,
two can
to
brag
be
about
honest.
Applebee's and how fucking good
So
it is.
Craig or Steph or Craig's parents, if you see this, please reach out. He lives with his parents. That's worth mentioning. So I don't know how...
All autistic people live with their parents, David.
Right. It's what you've been dealing with recently.
Exactly. I'm glad you got the joke for once.
Very funny. You should write that down.
Yeah.
Would you meet up with them at Applebee's? That'd be fun.
Right. We could just do a restaurant meet. That would be light.
That's the only way
Start
I'd go to
something
Applebee's
light.
is if he was there.
Yeah.
That is true. If
Dude
we
seems like the man.
If we make this happen, it's probably not happening in studio. We probably will have to do it in public.
Dude, I bet you he kills too. Like when the waitress comes over, he's like, "How do you want your burger done?" He's like, "Just good." He's like,
Dude.
"All right, yeah, sweet."
How many numbers that you could pick up with him? It's like having a cute dog.
There's no way they're paying for this ice cream too. They said something. They brought it for free.
Yeah.
He said, "There's a booger in my ice cream."
I earned this.
He earned it. I say that before I eat things too. Here we go.
Gummy Lunchables. You're my one in pepperoni.
He laughs.
Gummy
He actually. One thing I really liked about this guy too. We kind of laugh the same.
Go back, play it
You gonna
again.
listen to this?
Gummy Lunchables. You're my one in pepperoni.
Oh, I get it.
We do the same.
My one in pepperoni.
But that's where our similarities end. So tell me if this doesn't remind you of Chris Chan immediately.
Our show, with a very special guest star, Stephanie McKinnon.
Anyway, we're gonna refrain from that type of
What's this
content
guy's
when you get him
name?
on the show. His name's Craig.
Craig what?
He might. Oh, speaking of Craig, we're missing Craig this morning. Good morning, Craig. A pat on the back here.
I want to fucking...
For our
Does that
visual
guy-
audience.
Does that dude have a YouTube channel or something?
Craig Aconi, I think is his name. It's his verygoodshow.org. That's where you find him.
Very good show.
Verygoodshow.org.
This guy's awesome. I need to... Very good show.
But we want to get the other Craig, this Craig, on the show. By the way, I didn't give you this Craig's information. I gave you this Craig's information.
No, I want the other Craig. That Craig.
It's Craig. His name. What's the YouTube channel? We'll shout it out. This is Autism, Our Daily View.
Oh, that's a terrible name for a fucking channel.
Especially when it's all about Craig. At least put him in the title.
Autism, The Daily Show.
Your Daily View.
Oh, Your Daily View.
So this is a video called "The Day We Ate Got Every Meal from a Convenience Store."
He's got 65K
Dot, dot, dot.
subscribers.
Almost. No, he's going to be the biggest guest we've ever had. He's going to be our biggest pull. This is gonna make us. It's going to double our subscribers if we get this guy on the show.
Dude, he's made me a favor.
What do you guys think? Anybody yay or nay? What does the chat feel about Craig here? I think he's good.
It's a CWC.
I think I saw him on Love on the Spectrum dating that
Quick.
chick. They went to Africa together.
Quick.
CWC.
That's Chris Chan's universe.
Oh, old school.
Christian
Dave
Weston Chandler, CWC.
says comparing. It's not kosher to compare the two.
Compare what?
Hey, he was cosplaying as Chris Chan. That's all I was saying.
You gotta step back a little bit.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know who Chris Chan is. Who's Chris Chan?
I have no clue who that is.
I'm I don't want to. We don't need to get into it, but I'm.
You brought it up.
I know. Well, it was just a quick throwaway thing. I'm very aware. I've been following him for a long time.
Today, right?
Yep.
It's not like I'm comparing him to Pamper Chew or anything like that. You know, Chris Chan's very surface level.
Who's Pamper
We're going to eat every
That's
meal
somebody we don't need to get
from a
into.
convenience store.
Quit bringing it up.
The only
don't want to
first
get
and
into
only day.
Pamper Chew is these are diaper people. They're lol cows. Craig isn't one of these
Diaper
people.
people?
Craig is he's a classy guy.
Is that a slight for? Is that like a euphemism for something?
No, it's very literal.
There's a True Life I used to watch called Adult Babies, whatever. Is that the same thing?
I mean, I wouldn't even put him in that. Those people have more respect for themselves.
Whoa. Who the fuck is Pamper Chew? It sounds like you have a real disdain.
Look it up, everybody.
Probably around 7 o'clock in the
Pamper Chew,
morning.
he's chewing on
Craig
Pampers?
woke me
Is
up
that
at
what the fuck is
6:30
it?
sharp.
Oh, is
Craig,
it
what
like
time
True
do you
Life?
usually eat
I'm
breakfast?
addicted to eating my mattress or something?
This is full. I mean, I really, when we were watching this yesterday, everything in this is a gem. Are you guys looking up Pamper Chew over there? All right,
No.
describe what you're looking at, Troy.
Ew. No, I don't want to describe
Well, now who's not talking?
Thanks for fucking adding to my fucking nightmares.
Well, you're welcome. I didn't want to bring this to my audience. It's a morning show. We
He's like
shouldn't be-
making shit wine out of dirty Pampers.
Oh, that's.
Oh, that is diaper. Okay, I'm out of that.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're that kind of porn you're into, David?
Oh no, these are.
Holy
You know,
cow.
I've always been interested of
That was a
people
deep
who
cut.
broadcast their strange life on the internet, and I've followed a lot of them. If anybody hasn't seen it, I have a video on my YouTube channel about joking.com, Stephen Gordon, and I'm the expert on Stephen Gordon. Nobody knows more about Stephen Gordon than I do.
Are you coming up here?
Even Stephen Gordon himself, I think.
Come on.
But anyway, this Troy's getting the dog up on the bench here. No?
You come up. Come on, buddy.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
I love you.
Welcome to the show,
Take a
Rogue.
seat, Rogue.
The dog is in studio
Sit.
today, everybody.
Say, Rogue.
Say it right here. Speaking to the mic.
Can you get him to bark? Does he do bark?
Oh, he'll freak out.
Yeah, we don't need him freaking out.
Oh, okay. Well, he gave me a look. Everybody see that look? He's freaked.
Oh, fuck.
All right, everybody.
He'll start knocking over everything.
He saw the Pamper Chew video. Now he's like, fuck.
Here, just give this a listen, though. I love this, and they try to edit this line out here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
This dog is threatening to
He says,
pull
if you show me
everything
that video
down.
one more time, I'm gonna fuck this whole place
Say
up.
bark. Say bark again. All right.
Say bark one more time, motherfucker.
Listen, just
Probably around 7 o'clock in the morning. Craig woke me up at 6:30 sharp. Craig, what time do you usually eat breakfast?
6:26.
First stop, Casey's.
Oh, 6:26 on the dot.
and they try to edit that out. 6:26 on the dot. I know. I love this guy.
Can't give him away his secrets.
He won't be late if we book him. He'll be right on time.
Yeah, he would
It's
be.
perfect.
6:30, yeah. Sounds like his mom might be late, though.
6:26. You sure you're not gonna freak out that he's moving the mic?
No, we'll give him a mic stand. We'll, I don't know, give him oven mitts or something, and then we'll be fine. Is that still kosher? Can you do that these days?
Oven mitts? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not being a part of that.
I just know
You
that
put
they
him
did
in a
that on
straitjacket?
they did that on Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
For who?
For actually for the gay redhead from Shameless.
Do you
Incidentally.
see they're bringing Malcolm in the Middle back?
Really? With Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, and then
Interesting.
also they're making the fucking, I forget which one of the boys. They're making one of the boys come out as trans or something.
Oh, Dewey probably. I heard an interesting fact about Bryan Cranston.
What? That he's a liberal faggot?
Whoa.
No. That. Or not Bryan Cranston, but do you know Walter White was Heisenberg in Breaking Bad?
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm not. I just found that out.
Shut the fuck
Did you know that, David?
I never saw the series.
You never saw Breaking
No,
Bad?
I've seen the first season and the last season.
You're the same guy. Spoilers for anybody, but I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was a meme I saw yesterday.
Are you fucking with me?
Good morning, everybody. It's 8:41 a.m. Eastern, February 26th.
They're the same person?
Yeah.
No
I am
way.
All played by
everybody's-
Bryan Cranston.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
How?
Everybody's coming alive now. It's morning. We can see we're waking up. We've seen the sunrise
You know
there. It's a
Dr.
beautiful
Evil?
Wednesday.
Dr. Evil and Austin Powers are the same person?
Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Really?
It blew my mind. I was
Yeah.
watching it for 25 years and I fucking didn't know that.
Matt has a strange ability to turn things around. You should have seen him Wednesday working his magic on Troy Rigdon.
We had a lot of fun on Wednesday.
I think we had a lot of fun. It was just a long day.
I had a lot of fun until the end of the day.
It's like Tyler Perry's all those people, too.
What?
Martin Lawrence's Big Mama.
Eddie Murphy fucking being everyone in Dr. Dolittle.
You guys ever seen Norbit? I'm going to blow your minds.
Norbit is fucking hilarious.
Never seen it.
Norbit is a really underrated Eddie Murphy movie. It's like towards the end of his career when it was like getting kind of
Underrated?
old to fucking do all the characters.
It's his most objective worst movie.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely a terrible movie. but
Underrated.
It's underrated.
Where
Everyone's
do you
so
think it
bad
should
about
be? You think it should be a 2, not a 1?
I think it should be a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, star-studded cast. Got Eddie Murphy, Terry Crews, Marlon Wayans, Eddie Griffith, Cat Williams.
Name one white person in that movie.
This is back when
Kristen
Cruz
Shaw
was in everything.
That sounds like a black guy.
right here. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it. Charlie Murphy.
Cuba Gooding Radio's in that?
Yeah,
You know Cuba Gooding Jr.'s Radio?
I did not.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
That was a terrible bit.
I mean, it was a terrible movie, especially that it was fake and they tried to fucking race bait you into fucking, ooh, feel good story of the year.
I have heard that Tyler Perry movies are to black people, Adam Sandler movies are to white people.
Oh my God, that's a great comparison.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a great comparison.
I was
don't know.
watching.
I
I
forget
watched.
where I heard that, but it was good.
Tyler Perry's not funny.
I watched Billy Madison this week.
Well, some people don't think Adam Sandler's funny.
You know, it is old because like any of his movies that I watch, I can't really watch. He does the same fucking voice, and now he used to be like the fucking goofball in all the movies, but now he's the cool guy that gets the chick all the time. It's like, all right, dude, just fucking give it up. Like, we get it. You made your money. Uncut Gems was amazing.
If we play
It
too
was a
much,
good movie.
if we play too much of this, it'll take down our channel.
Fantastic,
I
actually.
did read on Reddit once that Kevin James is an asshole to people, so I've never liked Kevin James.
Dude, I don't like Kevin James either.
If we play too much of this, they'll take us down here. But Adam Sandler, I think, had a great. I think when he came back and did this album for Netflix and this concert and this music thing, it was very good. And
Is this the thing about Tom? I was gonna say Tommy Boy. Chris.
You remember this at all?
My wallet, got my phone. You can call it. Master lock on my front door.
He's always done parody songs. They're always catchy and things.
CDs.
When I was in high school.
Yeah, those CDs, the winter ones.
And then they end with a big punchline.
Hanukkah.
Yeah, the Hanukkah jams were good.
Yeah.
And then at the end, all he needs is his phone because he lost everything. It's very funny. And then you remember, and then you always remember when you leave your house, you think, oh, I need my phone, wallet, keys, and you remember the Adam Sandler song.
I think he should give
He's
it up.
still at it. I think he's got something new coming out soon, comedy-wise.
Oh, really?
I think he's got. I think I heard that. If anybody in the chat knows anything, please enlighten us about Adam Sandler's new comedy album, possibly. But he's always been very consistent. His his movies are a cash grab and a money laundering scheme for his friends.
Yeah.
And then he does comedy. He does okay comedy always.
Yeah, I recently seen some shit about him maybe being wrapped up in Pizzagate, and I didn't really care to hear that. He was on.
He's Jewish, not Italian.
Yeah, well, Jews like little kids too, apparently.
Wow. Speaking of, we have a different type.
Yeah, didn't you see all the Jewish
The
towns that have
Amish.
stained mattresses down there? What do you think they were? Cum stains? Or...
You hear about these
I don't know.
Jewish tunnels? I remember that joke. Those were good. I miss last year sometimes, but it's a new year and it's going to be a great one. Happy 2025, everybody. And we have an Amish comedian here to kind of get us towards the end of the show. Have you ever heard of an Amish comedian? Matt asked this the other day. He said, are there any Amish comedians? So we looked it up, and there is one. And he has like 2,000 subscribers. So
And if anybody else can tell who also started at this same comedy club, the Harrisburg Comedy Zone.
Is that Shane Gillis?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
the Harrisburg. Oh, really? So Harrison Comedy Club.
Harrisburg.
Is that what that says?
Put some respect on the name.
He talks about it a lot in the Old Testament.
Harrisburg Comedy Zone. This is where Shane Gillis got his start, and so did this Amish
It was
comedian.
right about the same time, too, so I wonder if they knew each other.
This joke is called, What Did You Expect from an Amish Comedian? Oh, this guy certainly knows Shane Gillis.
Did you see Owen Benjamin bitching that Shane Gillis stole his Jewish guy bit?
I don't know who Owen Benjamin is.
You don't know who Owen Benjamin is?
Owen Benjamin has that same. He does the same shtick six times a year,
He says,
and once every 2 years, it catches a headline and people talk about him. Owen Benjamin's been dead since 2017.
No, he hasn't. He got canceled.
I was getting confused with Owen Gray. But
No, I mean his content. I mean, he was still fine. I followed Owen Benjamin. He's another one of those online weirdos that I followed. I compare Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin is just another Pamper Chew to me. That's what I would say.
He was. I just saw.
But I've kept up with them pretty closely.
I actually found out about this because of the Blind Mike project. I was watching it.
Shout out to
last
Blind
night,
Mike.
actually, and it was so funny too because they were talking about him and DJ Electra and what's the other dude?
Casey Day?
Oh, the Oregon Duck fan.
Casey Day.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And shout out Casey Day. Sorry, bud.
Hackride.
No, not Hackride.
They're the same person.
Okay. Anyway, now I forget what I was saying.
You were watching the Blind Mike project about Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin, we did
Oh yeah,
the
he
same
was
thing
bitching
with
saying Tires was a bad show and shit like that, and saying he does like this Jewish voice that Shane Gillis totally stole. It's like, dude, Shane Gillis did like a one-off fucking Jewish voice with Ari Shaffir on his podcast, and he's like, "Don't take my fucking bits." I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, you're arguing with a homeless man when it comes to Owen Benjamin.
Is he a comedian?
He was a very funny comedian. He has a great comedy album. He's one of the best He's one of the best musical comedians of the 2000s. There's no question.
Gay.
There's no question. Owen Benjamin, very talented and very funny, but he threw it all away for.
He basically got. I'm pretty sure this is the same take they had on the Blind Mike project. It's like he basically got canceled and then just like made that his persona. He's like, I'm a canceled fucker. Now I'm just like, I'm never gonna be able to come back from it. So now I'm just this shock jock.
What did he get canceled for?
For making some trans joke or some shit like that. I think it was at the height of all that shit.
Oh,
he was more controversial than that. He was blatantly hurting his career.
Wasn't he like a big Nazi sympathizer or something like that?
He was whatever, he was many things, but he was very provocative about it.
He wore many hats.
He wouldn't allow himself to just float a few ideas out there. He's very committed to every new idea, and he really went in. But anyway, And then he had this newer controversy within the last couple of years where he was going to start a compound with all of his fans, and he got a bunch of money donated and never started this huge compound on many acres and things. So it was
Sounds
a bit
like
of
Doug Townsend.
a big controversy there, but he comes up in every couple of years and you get a little mainstream Owen Benjamin updates, but he was out there. I used to email him once in a while.
I thought Owen Benjamin
He was okay. He was always been a little full of himself though, and you hear that from other people that talk about him. But that was always my opinion. But he was the funniest guy. Owen Benjamin, everybody.
What's that twink Republican guy? Milo Yiannopoulos?
Right.
I always thought Owen Benjamin was Milo Yiannopoulos, and then I saw a picture of him. I'm like, oh, fuck.
That's a funny mistake.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Go figure. Well, this is our Amish comedian, everybody. This joke's called What Did You Expect from an Amish Comedian?
You don't really know what you expect when you come to see an Amish comedian. If you thought you just signed up for like an hour worth of those Amish farming knock-knock jokes like, what does it take to make an Amish woman happy? Just 2 men a night. You bought the wrong fucking ticket. I don't tell. Stupid shit. If people disappoint, oh, damn. What goes bang, clip, pop, plop, bang, clip, pop, plop, Amish drive-by shooting. Not tonight. I don't tell stupid shit like that in my show. In the fucking...
This guy's not, he's not Amish.
He's stealing valor?
Yeah,
You think so?
totally is.
I thought he was a Miss comedian.
How would he have these references? Drive-by shootings and shit? Fucking, how's he putting shit on the internet?
Well, maybe he's retired.
He's on Rumspringer.
Yeah, he's been
off.
on Rumspringer since the fucking 40s, it looks like.
I think you can go at any point.
No,
Even
I'm
for
pretty
the
sure you gotta go before you become a fucking man.
Is that true? I thought it was like
You can't be accepted into the religion until you do your Rumspringer, because that's how you figure out whether you actually want to be part of it or not.
I see. Have you ever associated with the Amish?
Yeah, lots of times. We used to buy our fucking saddles from the Amish. We used to sell them hay and stuff like that.
High tea dudes, huh?
Dude, they're...
They probably crush with their hands.
I bet they do great pranks.
I always saw them at the Golden Corral, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they loved the Golden Corral.
It has to blow their mind.
Doug,
What the hell have we been doing? I watched a podcast or an interview with an Amish guy that got kicked out of the Amish, his community or whatever. And he's like, the first day, he's like, I bought a zero-turn mower, a Bobcat, and a van. He's like,
Where do you get all this money?
They have so much money. They
What?
don't spend it on anything.
Dude, so like in Wisconsin, you can go like one of the best places to get like flowers. They have like what would you call a flower selling place? It's like it's like an outdoor greenhouse. Yeah, right.
Oh.
It's like a greenhouse or whatever. But then you can buy all their food and stuff like that. They package it all up and shit. You can buy
a little
Amish
farmer's
food.
market.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
And they only accept cash. And then what do you spend? The Amish don't spend cash on anything. So what do they do? They bury it in their fucking yard.
Yeah.
So like I'm sure.
All those roofs
cash
they
will-
put on.
Yeah.
They still
yeah.
think they can grow money trees?
Like
All
the
those
Amish
little
will
fireplaces.
build-
Don't they make fireplaces and
building
shit?
barns and shit.
Chairs. They build a bunch of chairs.
Yeah, I mean everything they make is fantastic quality. Like the leather work they do is spot on.
How long do they grow their trees for?
I don't know. I don't think you make leather out of trees.
Oh, well, you were talking about the chairs.
I did buy a pack of cigarettes in front of an Amish kid once. I felt really bad about it because he just looked at me and judged me. I was like, "Sorry, dude."
Dang, yeah, you shook his world.
Yeah.
Say, why would you? He's saying, why would somebody hurt themselves like that?
Talking about masturbating.
Do they do that? Anyway, let's get. He's killing, by the way.
Breaks down, we have four-way flashes. Yeah, we light the candle, then we blow it out. Then we light the candle, then we blow it out. Not tonight. No, I refuse. I don't care. If you wonder if my people have sex with sheep. Well, yeah, but still.
Lots of incest.
Wow.
Lots of incest in the.
Dude, I heard Amish people steal kids too.
Yeah.
They kidnap a lot
Like
of
they
people.
try to make them Amish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to further their religion, because if you think about it, how are they gonna fucking keep the bloodline not? There's probably a lot of autism in the fucking Amish community. you
Dude, I
know?
bet you they're all.
I bet there's a lot of incest. Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's the problem. That's
Right
why they
now it's
say
spring and
like, if you ever
everybody
drive by an
thinks
Amish community,
I should
and
help
they have,
them with their garden.
the blood on top of the red X on the door. That's
Lamb
what-
blood.
Yeah, they want you to come in and service their daughters so they can not have the incestual.
Would you go through a sheet or something
Have you
like
ever-
that too?
That's Jews.
Have you ever partaken?
Unfortunately, not. I'd definitely dump a load in an Amish chick.
Wow.
Why not?
Well, I don't know.
Little
They're
rig dog.
probably
and
not
a
carrying
little rig
anything, I
pup
guess.
In the Amish community.
Dog, imagine the beards those kind of Amish dudes would grow.
Yeah.
Oh, think of the beards the women are growing. What's going on over there?
Yeah, they're downstairs beards. Holy shit.
Anyway, the Amish guy, maybe he'll mention it. This
Do you
is
think
called...
the Amish are kind of like the American Taliban? I think they're kind of the same.
I don't think they hate America, though.
You never know.
Well, I mean, I guess if they're the American Taliban,
They're rich. They won't hate America.
They're capitalists.
This is called Amish gardening tip entitlement.
Right now it's spring and everybody thinks I should help them with their garden. Raymond,
Do
can
they?
you come over and look at my tomatoes? Unless that's a metaphor for your wife's knockers, no.
Well, he's killing
It's like
everybody.
the Ari Shafir of Amish people.
You think so?
He's
All
the
right.
most shocking fucking. He's gonna poop on stage soon.
That'd be a good bet. He kind of looks like Ari Shafir. You know, but everyone with that beard, type of beard kind of ends up looking the same. Boy, look at the sun. Well, it's already a beautiful morning. It's daytime already, everybody. Remember this? It almost feels like spring. Troy.
What's up?
You feel better?
About what?
This morning. You're a little I
Feel
don't
about
know.
the same.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll tickle him after the show. That'll help. Would you like that, Troy?
Not in the slightest.
Matt, what do you think?
Oh, not too much.
Do you want to?
We got a lot of old faces in the chat. Pretty
Hey.
pumped to see Dang Lizard, Giraffe, Kirkland Reds, Merch
Dang
Mouse
Lizard,
is in there.
Giraffe, Kirkland Reds, of course, has called in before. Who was that other one?
Oh yeah, he did call in. How you been, Kirkland Reds? Weren't you getting He's getting separated, I believe, at the time.
Right. He was having some issues.
You were talking to him, I remember, weren't you?
About what?
Kirkland 100 Red 100s.
I was say you're buying cigs at Kirkland. I bet they make good cheap cigs.
Right. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy February
He's in Kansas
26th.
City. Isn't he Kansas City too? Right, Kirkland? Can you confirm
dude.
with us?
Oh,
You're better off without her anyway.
Matt, we didn't get any good autism stories out of you. I have specifically here, I wanted to hear that Mountain Dew story from when you used to work with troubled kids.
Oh yeah. So I used to be a lead at a house for like special needs, wherever. Like
Matt's house.
Yeah. No.
Kind of still running it, aren't you?
But one of the kids, he was I guess he wasn't a kid, he was an adult, but he'd never really been to a Thanksgiving or anything like that. So I was like, hey, I'm getting triple time today. It's overtime plus triple time because it's holidays, Thanksgiving. Why don't you come to Dubuque? I'll take you to my parents for Thanksgiving with my family.
That's the only reason you invited him? Because you
no,
were getting triple time?
No,
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding.
Took a heartwarming story and made it fucking gross.
No. So he took him, he was all pumped. So we got there, he was eating Thanksgiving dinner and all that. It was all a good time. He convinced my uncle that his dad was a NASCAR driver and stuff, so it was kind of funny. But my dad just kept giving him Mountain Dews. He gave him like 8 Mountain Dews. And I was
Fucking
like,
A.
then at one point I was like, all right, I think we're good on Mountain Dews. And then he freaked out in front of my entire family, started trying to hit me, and my dad stepped in to try and stop me, and I pushed my dad out of the way. I was like, oh, chill out. So then I had to take him back an hour and a half drive the other way. It was kind of funny.
Did you strap me with 2 seatbelts?
No, he calmed down immediately, but
Kinda
you
like
need
me
that
on
Mountain Dew.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Pretty much, kind of.
Interesting. I've heard with a lot of those type of people, the medications that they're on, if they start drinking caffeinated beverages and sugar, it actually might be a downer for them, depending on their medications.
Yeah. It was so much Mountain Dew. It was so funny.
Yeah, that much Mountain Dew for anyone's probably not.
Yeah. Then I was like, no, we're done. This is like, give me my Mountain Dew.
If I drink too much soda, I get such a tummy ache.
At one point, were you like, holy shit, this guy's got 8 Mountain Dews down. I bet he could polish up a 12-pack. Trying to see how many you could get in there.
12-pack Mountain Dews.
Fuck.
Yeah.
12-pack of anything's not good for you.
I think if you have a personal 12-pack, it's pretty good.
That'd be gross. Imagine the upkeep it would be to have that.
Yeah, shaving
That
it,
much Mountain Dew?
stenciling
A
it.
12-pack on your tummy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't even
Interesting.
A lot of grill food.
A lot of grilled food. If fucking senior grill instructor got a 12-pack of brats.
Perfect. Well, I think that about does it. Do you have any other stories that you want to share? Troy, do you have anything you want to say to our audience today? You have a lot of fans in there. Why don't you give them a nice shout out? Follow him on Twitch, Troy Rigson, everybody. His name's harder to say now. Riggs420 was such a good name.
Triggs,
Oh, yeah, somebody asked about that.
C137.
How do you do that, Troy?
TRIGGZ C137. Triggs C137. Usually I'll put a nice parlay in there. We'll talk about it. We'll sweat the bets out together. Play some Hell Let Loose, some Guild Wars. It's a pretty good time. We always have it. We had a pretty good.
Am I spelling this right? Triggs.
Yep.
T Triggs C137.
Yep. T Riggs C137.
Well, good luck finding it, everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's on there, and I'm actually figuring it out now, so it's nice. I got a camera and everything like that, so I'm a big boy streamer now.
Good. Well, we wish you the best of luck and hope that people are checking you out there.
Giraffe got it.
Do you want to ever
Rick and Morty reference?
Hell yeah, bud.
Maybe we could do a couch co-op or something like that.
Yeah, whatever you want to play.
Couch co-op.
I play everything.
What's that?
What's a couch co-op?
Oh, we sit on the couch together.
Oh.
And we do a cooperative game of some sort.
There's a lot of
DC Casting Couch.
DC Casting Couch. There's a lot of sweet games out there that are like 2-player co-op ones that.
We should play Halo.
Dude, I actually just downloaded Halo the other day. It's fucking awesome.
That'd be fun. Boy, doesn't that sound great, everybody? Well, we just have 5 minutes left here of episode 3 of our reality show today. So we're going to wrap up episode 3 with the end of our episode today. And then next week, we'll be on episode 4 of the reality show to show the next 5 minutes of that. Of course, that is on our channel, but at the end of every show, we play the next
shows
5 minutes of the reality show. So here we go. I hope everybody had a great start to their Wednesday and continues to have a good Wednesday. I'm almost out of my coffee here. Troy, would you like to say anything?
Thank you to all the fans for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Twitch.
That's perfect.
Drive hard.
Oh, I cut you off, Matt. I'm sorry. Do you want to start that over?
Drive safe, drive hard.
What a wonderful day.
They got it.
You know, I guess we're here to roast Veronica. Is that her name? As much fun as
Rest of the reality show. I love this episode.
Them making me one. Oh yeah, we got here to see Delicious next. You know, between Delicious and Austin Ingalls, we have one full toothpick. Julian Totten, yeah, I always get it mixed up with Julian Lennon, and I think that's because I've never met either of their dads.
Comedy competitions are a good way to bring aspiring comedians out of the woodworks. Many comedians that enter these contests are able to bring their friends to the shows to help sway the vote in their favor. And I'm not just saying that because I lost to someone with more friends than me.
We've been going out for a while, and you gotta keep it interesting, right? You gotta keep things interesting, you gotta spice it up, but I'm out of ideas, okay? So for Valentine's Day, I took her to the Chamber of Commerce.
Give it over Dana, ladies and gentlemen. He's dressed like he's got to kidnap children later. He looks like a fucking box of Count Chocula. I'll get the kids' attention. It's been quiet in this room. What is this, sex with my girlfriend? What the fuck's going on here?
The very famous David Collins, ladies and gentlemen. You can do better. David Collins, come on.
I got some Dawn soap earlier this week. I'm pretty excited about that. You guys know the Dawn soap, you know, it's got a big yellow duck on the side of the bottle, which is great. I got a big pile of oily ducks piling up on my sink. I can finally take care of that. Must be tough being a cleaning company these days. They gotta compete with 5-minute crafts on Facebook. And apparently you gotta advertise how well you work on wildlife now. Which I think it's a great idea. I'm waiting for other companies to start doing this. I'm looking out for Crest's advertisements showing how well they get bomb residue off of scorpions in the Middle East. Losing my voice up here. You know, you guys are a great crowd, though. You know, usually crowds laugh. It's very distracting. This is good. I can focus on what I'm doing up here. Boy, this is great to be in the heart of happiness here in Davenport, in a casino. It's a great time. I thank you so much. You've been a great crowd. My name's David Collins. What's a good recap of the show? We're in Rock Island.
Rock Island's monthly open mic at the Speakeasy. A great theater with an amazing stage. Oddly enough, for such a great venue, many of the comics you see here only perform once a month.
Guys, this is a terrible recap of the show. It's a recap of Rock Island, the Speakeasy.
About a 7 out of 10, I would say. The show started really hot. The crowd is really into it.
I'm a med school dropout. I used to be a child soldier. Any childs in the house tonight, guys?
Yellowstone's Game of Thrones for people who think the NFL
this
Is that
material so
like
much
putting
stronger.
flowers on the
We've
grave
cut out
situation?
words. We've added new lines.
Are you using the rule of three, David?
I don't think we have any rule of three jokes.
I even see misinformation on street signs. I keep seeing this one that says school bus, but it's on a minivan. I got this one outside where I live. It says this area protected by video surveillance. Didn't sound like cars were getting robbed. And if you see one of those signs that say slow children at play, usually just regular kids live in that neighborhood. But this is embarrassing. My dad walks in. He's wearing the same thing as the corpse, which my dad just got back from Jamaica. I don't know who put those beads in Uncle Casey's hair. Or even on stage. That was for something else I'm working on. It was for the camera. I just had to knock it out before I got out of here today. Thanks so much, everybody. My name's David Collins.
Open mics, competitions, showcases, roasts, all important aspects of becoming a stand-up comedian, soon to headline somewhere in the Midwest.
The next exciting episode of David
30 minutes.
Realities.
It's on. Yeah. Made it.
I'm gonna go stand on the middle of 74 Bridge and let the traffic know.
That's good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. Well, first, why don't we give it up for the star of the show, the plants? What a great plant.
Well, look who decided to show up.
See ya. Oh, well, hello, world.
You were just,
You got it, David Collins?
It's a video camera.
Oh, okay, well, shut it off.
See, that's why when you were posing, I'm like,
shut everything down. I want to put my dick on yours. It's a reality show.
Well, we'll put it on next time, and it'll build up the drama.
Yeah, fuck
Say
that.
next time on David Collins' 30-minute half-hour reality show. And then you'll
David Cunningham.
He dresses like me. We dress alike.
What a show.
What a show. What a guy. All right, thank you.
Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
What a show. What a guy. All right.